my child, pause whatever you're doing and lock in right now. No scrolling, no distractions, because this isn't just another message popping up on your feed. This is a moment heaven lined up on purpose. And if you're here reading this, it's not luck, it's not the algorithm, and it's definitely not random. God is stepping in because there's a situation unfolding in your life that you don't fully see yet. And it's closer than you think. You felt it, haven't you? That subtle shift in the air, that low-key uneasiness you couldn't explain. One minute everything feels fine. The next your chest feels tight for no clear reason. You brushed it off, told yourself you were just tired, stressed, or overthinking. But deep down, something's been pinging your spirit like a warning alarm that wouldn't shut up. That wasn't anxiety. That was discernment. God is pulling the curtain back right now because there's a man in your life who is not who he claims to be. Someone familiar, someone you talked to, someone you trusted. And yeah, I know that hits hard. Your heart might be racing already, but don't click away, because the truth you avoid is the truth that keeps power over you. This man didn't show up looking like trouble. He came in smooth, said the right things, played the role well. On the surface, he looked supportive, maybe even protective. But underneath that mask, there's envy, resentment, and hidden motives working against you. You weren't imagining those moments where his words sounded nice, but your gut felt off. That internal pause you felt wasn't fear. It was God tapping you on the shoulder saying, "Look again." You ignored the red flags because you lead with your heart. You believe in people. You give grace. That's your strength. But it's also how the wrong people slip through the cracks. This man has been close enough to hear your dreams, learn your fears, and study your weaknesses. And instead of guarding them, he's been quietly using them to slow you down. Have you felt stuck lately? Like you're pushing hard but not moving forward? Like doors you prayed for feel jammed for no reason? That's not because you're failing. That stagnation isn't on you. It's spiritual interference. And this man has been standing like a roadblock where your breakthrough should be flowing. God isn't here to scare you. He's here to protect you. He loves you too much to let you keep walking beside someone who smiles in your face, but competes with your destiny behind your back. The heaviness you felt around him isn't coincidence. It's confirmation. Before we go deeper, ground yourself right now. Take a breath. If this is hitting home, don't ignore it. Drop a comment saying, "I'm listening, Lord," or "Reveal the truth to me." That's you telling heaven you're awake and ready. Because here's the thing. This man thought he could move low-key, stay hidden, play both sides. But he forgot one major detail. Nothing stays hidden from God, and we're just getting started. Don't go anywhere, because the closer we get, the more uncomfortable the truth becomes. And the name you're about to recognize will shock you in ways you didn't expect. Now stay with me, because this is where things start getting real uncomfortable, but also real freeing. This man didn't just stumble into your life. His timing felt perfect, didn't it? Almost too perfect. He showed up when you needed support, when you were vulnerable, when your guard was down, and you thought, finally, someone who gets me. But God saw something you didn't, because while you were looking at potential, heaven was looking at patterns. This man learned how to copy care. He mastered the language of concern. He knew when to show up, when to listen, when to nod and say all the right stuff. But his heart wasn't aligned with yours. And that's why conversations with him sometimes left you drained instead of uplifted. That weird heaviness after talking to him, that wasn't random. That was spiritual friction. You trusted him with sensitive parts of your life, your goals, your fears, your next moves. You thought he was a safe space, but instead of protecting that information, he twisted it. He used your vulnerability to shape narratives, plant doubt, and quietly influence situations behind the scenes. Not loudly, not obviously, but subtly, slick, real snake in the grass energy. And let me be clear, you're not dumb for missing it. You're kind. You're loyal. You see the good in people. But some people don't want to walk with you. They want to slow you down so you don't outgrow them. God has been watching every move, every sideways comment, every moment where he smiled but secretly hated your progress. Every time he pretended to cheer while hoping you'd fail. Nothing slipped past heaven. Not one word whispered against you in private. You might be wondering, why is God exposing this now? Because you're standing at the edge of a serious breakthrough. Something big is lining up, bigger than what you've prayed for, and the foundation has to be clean. This man cannot go where God is taking you, period. That's why tension started creeping in. That's why his reactions to your good news felt off. That flicker in his eyes when you succeeded, that wasn't imagination. That was jealousy slipping through the cracks. Your intuition has always been sharp, but God is sharpening it even more now. You're not crazy. You're not overthinking. You're finally seeing clearly. This connection has been acting like a spiritual chokehold, slowing your momentum, draining your energy, and pulling your focus off your purpose. But the hold is breaking. The lease on his access to your life is up. And here's the wild part. He thought his mask would never slip, thought he was untouchable, thought silence would keep him safe. But heaven is loud, and exposure is already in motion. Stay locked in, because we're getting closer to the moment where recognition hits. And when you realize who this actually is, your whole perspective is going to flip. Right now, you might feel emotional, restless, or heavy, and that's okay. That's not fear. That's pressure. The pressure of truth pushing through layers of denial and old attachments. Your spirit knows what's coming, even if your mind is still trying to catch up. This man has been closer than you realized, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Close enough to influence your confidence, close enough to affect your peace, close enough to cast a shadow without you noticing it happening. That's why moving forward felt like walking with resistance strapped to your back. Think about the moments you ignored, the promises that sounded good but never fully landed, the vibes that felt weird but didn't make logical sense, the times your body reacted before your mind could explain it. God was speaking then, softly, patiently, waiting for the right time to show you without breaking you. And now is that time. This man played a role. He showed one face to you, the helpful one, the loyal one, the I've got your back face. But behind it was another version fueled by envy and insecurity. Sweet words on the surface, poison underneath. And heaven has seen every bit of it. You're not losing anything by letting this truth surface. You're gaining clarity. You're gaining strength. You're gaining back time and energy that's been leaking out slowly. The name you're about to recognize won't feel logical at first. Your brain might resist it, but your spirit will know immediately. It'll click. Everything will line up. All those moments you brushed off will suddenly make sense. God isn't exposing this to hurt you. He's doing it to free you, to clear your path, to remove dead weight before you step into the next level. This isn't just about identifying a person. It's about reclaiming momentum, about cutting cords you didn't even realize were draining you, about choosing peace over familiarity. And listen, once the truth lands, don't second guess yourself. Don't downplay it. Don't talk yourself out of what God is revealing. Discernment is a gift, and you're being trusted with it now. Don't disengage, because the final piece is coming, and when it lands, it won't just explain the past. It will unlock your future. You're still here because this message was meant to reach you, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. That tight feeling in your chest, that's recognition. That's your spirit lining up with truth. This man thought he could stay hidden forever, thought his influence would never be questioned, thought silence was protection. But nothing outruns God's timing. Every delayed blessing, every setback, every moment you felt like something invisible was holding you back, it wasn't random. It was interference, and it's being removed. Once the name fully settles in your heart, you'll feel something shift. Relief, clarity, even grief. That's normal. You're not weak for feeling it. You're human. But don't mistake the release for loss. You're not losing support. You're losing a blockage. God is stepping between you and what could have cost you time, peace, and purpose. This exposure is mercy. This is protection disguised as discomfort. And here's the truth. Once this man's influence is gone, momentum returns. Doors open. Peace settles. Your energy comes back online. What felt heavy starts feeling light again. You're not behind. You were just carrying something that didn't belong to you. Before you move forward, seal this moment. If you're ready to walk free, comment, "I receive my freedom," or "God, open my eyes." Speak it. Claim it. Agreement activates release. And if this message resonated, subscribe, because someone else needs this same warning, and your action helps it reach them. This chapter ends here. The shadow lifts here. The truth wins here. You're protected. You're guided. And you're stepping forward lighter than you've felt in a long time. Don't look back. The future God has been holding for you finally has room to arrive.